What's up, vintage comic fans? Fens the Spook coming at you from the witching hour. Alright, so we're going to do one more Retro-Rama purchase / comics haul video, kind of complete this madness. Sorry if I wrapped up the last one a little quick. I didn't realize how long on time it was getting, so I kind of just ended it rather abrupt. But so we'll complete it here. Last video I showcased some of the Silver Age checkerboards I got from a dealer named Tony Hines. His contact information will be in this video description as well. Most of these came from him, not all. A couple of these are from some dollar guys. I just found one around the con. I'll try to note those where possible. I don't want to credit him or discredit him with something that he didn't provide me. So yeah, anyway. So this was again Jacksonville Retr-O-Rama well, it's just called Retro-Rama, but it is a convention. Mostly toys, but there were quite a few dealers. A lot of nice keys and stuff. I was really impressed. I will be back. They're coming back under a different name, maybe different group, called North Florida Con in October. I think it's October 25th. So if you're in the area, check it out. I'll certainly be there. So anyway, these were kind of the oddball stuff I got. The not, didn't buy a huge run of anything. Mostly the stuff I bought there was the checkerboards, those horror comics, which I showed in the first part of the series, and then these aren't dollar books. I shouldn't call them dollar books, but there are some dollar books in here from some, the dollar bins, which, guys, if you're watching this, I really can't stress enough. You need to look through the dollar bins at conventions. I mean, I don't want to give away the secret or anything, but, I mean, I don't know. There's just a lot of good stuff in there. So, anyway, we'll go through this. Weird War, number 62. This was just a dollar bin guy. I actually just needed to, it was like, spend $5, get a six book, and so I kind of just quickly grabbed this. I don't usually collect Weird War, but again, cool Nazi cover with skeletons. Joe Kubert. If you like this cover, check out another video I did where I pretty much exclusively go over Joe Kubert War stuff. Here we got a Charlton Ghostly Tales. These are really doo-doo, man. I mean, I say that in the most loving sense somebody can say that. I'm going to have to do an entire video on Charltons because I just got way too much to say about these. But suffice to say, I used to have a lot of these. I got a little bit haterish on them, sold them all for way less than I should have, and I've been kind of regretting it since. I'll just point out, though, kind of the thing about Charltons is like the really inconsistent quality. Alright, I mean, if you take a look at these faces here, I'll try to get this a little bit closer. There's some really awesome looking like skull faces, and then there's some that just look like way out of place, right? This is awesome. I don't know what this is, but that's straight out of EC Horror. This is great. This is great. And then there's this guy who looks kind of like Mr. Bill from Saturday Night Live. And then there's this girl over here that looks like something out of a Nicktoons. So I don't know, man. These Charltons are really wacky, but dollar bin, again, real cool stuff. Justice Incorporated. I'm kind of getting into the older, like, pulp stuff, like The Shadow, and stuff like that. And Justice is part of it. I actually thought this was a number 1. Sometimes I go really too fast through these, so I probably wouldn't have picked this up if I had known this was a number 4, because I don't have any of the other ones. But, hey, whatever. It's pretty cool. Another Charlton. You can kind of tell that the art is, like, mediocre to the last degree, but, whatever. It's still they're still cool. Ghost Manor, right? I actually am a Conan collector. I have almost a full run. I have the first, the last. I'm just missing like 3 through 5, and just first Red Sonja, number 23, and a couple others here. So there'll be some Conans in here. Some of these I did get from Tony. Again, real good deals. I feel like I'm kind of gushing here a little bit, but it just really, the dude did business the right way, and I want to make sure he's recognized for it, even if it's on a YouTube channel that nobody will ever see. But, anyway, that'll be the last I say of that. So, yeah, good deal here from him. This is something I do want to pause and talk about. Again, from the same guy, Tony, I bought the Secret Origins. I think there's one more after this. Yeah. This is a set I've been trying to put together for a little while. I mean, again, in this day and age, you can complete any collection on eBay, right? You can just finish your run on eBay, but I don't know. I find eBay stuff kind of boring sometimes. I mean, I don't know, and sometimes you just get disappointed. You'll get the book, and it's just, yeah, you'll go back and you'll look at the scan, and be like, oh, I guess that was there. I just didn't see it the first time, or whatever. I don't know. eBay's cool, but I like dealing in person. So Secret Origins is one I had trouble filling. I have finally finished the Secret Origins run with this one here, number 4. This is actually volume 2. I didn't realize that for a while. It's a Bronze Age. Yeah, this is bronze, definitely. I don't think it's silver. So there's the Bronze Age Secret Origins run, which I have now finished. And then apparently, this is Series 2. There's a Secret Origins Series 1 that's a one-shot, and this is it. This was also purchased from the Jacksonville Retr-O-Rama. However, this was one of those books that I paid a little more for. This book is pretty rare. I've been looking for this book for a while. This was, I think, a consignment book, if I'm not mistaken. He was selling it for somebody, or maybe there was another guy there at the booth that was selling it, so maybe it was his. But this book, I was real excited to get. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it has a dent, or a little ding there, a little missing piece of paper. But I don't know. If you've watched my channel enough, you're getting the idea that as long as the book is complete, as long as the book is there, I mean, in the case of some of them, right, like that one I showed you guys, if the cover's even missing once in a while, I'll be okay with it if it's a really hot book. But this one, so I'm cool with that. I'm cool with VGs. I'm totally cool with VGs. I don't like to go much below her, but VG means 4.0. Average comic. 4.0 is the average comic book according to the grading guide, so not a 5, it's a 4. But yeah, this book, I don't know, man. I really was really happy to get this, and at a great price too. The Demon, this is one of those I'm kind of completing out of like compulsion. I started collecting the Demon because I was always into the DC occult characters like Phantom Stranger and the Demon and Swamp Thing and all. And I don't know. I think First Witch Boy Etrigan, or no, wait, that's the Demon's name. First Witch Boy Clarion is somewhere in this run, but I don't know. This is some of the worst of Jack Kirby's work, frankly. I know that's a messed up thing to say. He's a master or whatever, but anyway. So just kind of, it's still Jack Kirby, but this is definitely not his best stuff. Another cool Conan, another early Conan. The early Conans, I really, if you've never checked them out, I really encourage you to not only, seek them out, but read them. They're really well written. So, real cool cover there. These are some more dollar stuff right here. I collect Robert E. Howard stuff, Conan, Solomon Kane. I think I know I have a number 1, so I finished the series out here. So it's always cool you can finish the series, right? Solomon Kane 2. These are all out of order, so just forgive me a little bit. Solomon Kane 5, 6. Again, there'll be more somewhere scattered in there. I'm a Zatanna fan. I recently picked up a first Zatanna. I'll include that when I do maybe a key book video. But yeah, this was one I paid a little much for. I think I paid $5 for this, and I'm not even sure that it was worth that. In the sense of like, oh, what is it in the guide? I don't know. Maybe there's something about this book. Maybe it's a little bit lower print run than I know. But anyway, I was cool. Whatever. Sometimes you overpay a little bit, but it's awesome. Night Force. This is one that I was another dollar bin book. It's got first appearance of Baron Winter is in Night Force. We'll talk about that in just a second. I've never read these. Judging by the covers, I have a feeling this is not really going to be what I was thinking it was going to be, like kind of a supernatural thing. I mean, I think it is, but I think, you can kind of see like guns and stuff like that. I don't know. There's the moon and kind of looking like an evil face. Whoops. So I don't know. I can't really tell you if I like these or don't, but they're just a book I'm kind of collecting on a whim. Kind of go into that a little bit more later. Another Night Force here. Cool cover on that one. Like the pink. There's that Solomon Kane 3. I like that cover. I like Solomon Kane. Solomon Kane. He's probably one of my favorite literary characters. A Puritan, adventure. It's pretty cool. Solomon Kane 4 kind of rounds that series out. Get into this other stack here and see if we can't mow this down a little quicker. So here's again House of Mystery. It's going to be a repeating thing. That's kind of my thing, is House of Mystery, House of Secrets. So here's one I didn't have, a nice earlier one, 191. Not the coolest of covers. I don't know. It's cool. I'm not crazy about this little robot's face. It's a little bit silly. There's the children again, like we've talked about. Conan number 2. This was purchased from a separate guy whose name it was the same guy I bought the horror comic or horror magazines from the first part of the series of these videos. I don't remember his name. I'll try to find it next time and put it in the description. Cool dude. Prices were, kind of unyielding, but it's Conan number 2. I mean, it's an early book. It's in great shape, so. Classics Illustrated, Guilty Pleasure. It was in the dollar bin. You know, what are you going to say? I just like these. They're good reading material. I do collect Shazam. This was actually in a dollar bin, I think, and I was a little bit shocked. It's Shazam number 6, but then, you know, I noticed that somebody got some kind of color tape on here. There's probably some way to get rid of that. I don't care. Again, you know what I mean? Once I collect the series, I'll go back. I'll probably replace this issue, but just another probably $1, $2 book I got. Conan 18, you know, trying to finish out the run. Cool cover on this one. I'm not super well versed in the Conan covers. I know I actually collect a lot of the Conan, the Savage Sword magazines, which I know a lot of those are Ernie Chan and Steve Buscema, but I'm not sure who this is. Cool cover though. Conan King Size Annual number 2. They actually had King Size Annual number 1 there, and this is just really gets under my skin, rather, on my nerves, whatever. I was talking to the guy next to me, and I pulled this out. You know, I said King Size Conan number 1, and I said, "Hey man, is this the annual? Is this number 1? You know, it doesn't say annual on it." And he was like, "Oh, that's not it. You know, that's totally something different." Well, it turns out it was. So I blew my chance at a Conan annual number 1. I'm sure I'll see another one again, but just that'll be the last time I take a guy's opinion standing next to me at a con, right? But it's, you know, it serves me wrong or serves me right, whatever, for not looking it up. Another early Conan, Barry Windsor Smith art, I believe, on the cover. Nice shape too, nice clean book. Defenders number 3. This book is ragged out. Don't let the Mylar fool you here. This is a dollar bin book. I collect the Defenders. I don't have a number 3, and so this is, you know, a nice dollar bin placeholder. Again, this will kind of show you what how much of a Mylar can make something look nice. I'll take this out one day and show you guys. This thing is barely holding together. Another House of Mystery, another early House of Mystery. I think this is Neil Adams. I didn't look this up. The kid's face in the corner looks Neil Adams to me, but I'm like the boy who cried wolf. I'm the boy who cried Neil Adams. I tend to think a lot of stuff's Neil Adams when it's not. But I just really like the color contrast here. These early House of Mystery covers are just out of control. A later House of Mystery that I didn't have, nothing really awesome to say. I'm not really crazy about the later House of Mysteries. Another Defenders. Real cool super team. Annoyingly, the movies have kind of driven these prices up a little bit on some of the Defenders books. Another Night Force. Again, not really sure what to make of this. Maybe I'll do a report back once I've read some of these. This is cool. This is probably the last one I'll stop to talk about. Teen Titans 21. This is the first appearance of Night Force, which the reason I want this is its first appearance of Baron Winters, who, again, kind of a friend of a friend of a friend kind of thing going on here, but who also appears in a Swamp Thing Crisis crossover that I read when I was younger. He can't leave his mansion. It's where the whole mystical side of the Crisis, the original DC Crisis series, happens, is in Baron Winters' mansion. It's where Sargon dies. It's where Zatara dies. It's just a really, really impactful story, and this is his first appearance. It's in the Teen Titans. It's in a little pullout inside. Don't let the word pullout fool you. It's not a pullout. It's actually just printed inside the comic. It's not like a poster or anything. I've actually passed on these before because I've looked inside and not seen, you know, something I could pull out, and I was like, oh, it's missing it. So I finally flipped through it, found it. Awesome score. Really happy to have that. Cool House of Secrets I didn't have. Kind of a weird one here. I'm not sure if that's a chick dressed up like that or if she's supposed to be like a were-tiger. I have no idea. Another Shazam. Again, one I just didn't have before. Hawk and Dove number 6. I have 1, 2, 3, and now number 6, so I'm looking for 4 and 5. Some Steve Ditko classic stuff here. I'll do a whole video on Hawk and Dove one day, so I'll just keep it brief here. This is kind of like the Angel and the Ape stuff for superheroes. This is really niche stuff. I'll just move past it for now, but Hawk and Dove, check it out if you've never heard of them. They're an awesome team. And some more Shazam kind of to round us out. So thanks for sticking in, guys. It was a cool video, well, you decide if it was a cool video or not. I don't know where I was going with that, but thanks for sticking around. It was kind of a long one. Like, comment, subscribe. You know, let me know if there's anything you want to see or you know, anything that you'd like me to improve about the videos. I'll try to cut down on the glare in the future. But anyway, thanks, guys.